whakarongo ki te tangi a te korimako. Kōrero flowing out the hook of force. Kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira hira whakarongo pi kari kari mai. Hare hare mai, o Taringa hare hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani move that body, kani move that body.
Tēnā rā koutou katoa e ngā taringa o tata, o tawhiti, o matara, o he ake rānei. Anei māua e waha nei i tā tātou kaupapa māua ko te Puaheiri. E mihi atu nei. Welcome back everybody to this instalment of Taringa. Anei māua ko te Puaheiri. Kia ora e hoa.
Tēnā koe e hoa. O te rā, kia koutou katoa, te hunga e whakarunga mai nei, ko hoki mai anō ki tēnei punua pāhoa tātou, to episode 89.
Waru te kaumā iwa.
Te kaumā iwa.
Whakarunga mai neki, whakarunga mai naka. Sorry, te I was at Kōrero, I've been at Kōrero, te Kōrero o Raukawa. And my taku hōtaka i tēnei tau, my class was ngā reo o Tainui. And so I was focusing on the te rangi, and we've talked about te rangi o te reo. And words that are unique and peculiar to Tainui waka. And we talked about some of the neki naka raka that is used, well, not right throughout Tainui, but it's actually something that's used for a lot of iwi, so hence I was like saying neki naka.
Neki naka nu.
But yeah, today's not about te rangi o te reo.
Which is a bit of a clue of what you may hear next week, is a little bit about kōrero. Wiare. What is kōrero?
Tika, and well, you're just going to have to wait.
You're just going to have to wait. Me hoki mai anō.
It's probably going to be one of our unique episodes that we have done.
I think so.
For Taringa.
Yep.
Well, they're all unique in their own way.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just sneak up on you. Taku kakamahoki.
Tō kakamahoki.
Ahau e mihi nei ki au anō.
Ai. Nā te me moia pai ana.
Koe nei te huarahi ki tā tātou kiwaha. Tō kakamahoki. Geez, you're quick off the mark.
Jeez, quick.
Clever fella.
Quick, all right.
Sometimes can be, smart ass.
Yeah.
Depends how you say it. But I guess the kiwaha structure is tō hoki.
Tō kupu hoki.
Yeah, kakama means to be quick.
Quick, yep.
Nimble, and in this context, tō kakama hoki means, oh man, that was,
You're quick.
Quick, all right. No flies on you.
No flies on you. So you can replace that kakama, replace that for another word.
The other way, tō pōtiri hoki.
Tō pōtiri, you're slow.
Slow fella. Tō atāhua hoki. Not to you, but I'd be saying that to someone else.
Tō weri hoki.
Tō weri hoki, all of those. Sort of like our, I think we've talked about the rerenga i roto i a Tainui nei, kia pai mai hoki.
Kia pai mai hoki, kia ora.
Yeah, so this one's simplified, it's just te hoki. You can say te pōrangi hoki o tērā. And the hoki in this context is, and some of you might be confusing for some of you who have just learnt about hoki, which does mean return. But in this instance, when it's used like this, it actually intensifies.
Kia ora.
And gives strength. Ki te kupu I mua tērā. So tō pōrangi, you're pōrangi. Tō pōrangi hoki, you're just really out of it.
Yeah.
You're just cray.
Yeah, kuai tēnā.
Yeah. So koe nā tō kakama, but we'll be using the word kakama.
Kakama.
Kakama, tō kakama hoki. Maybe some other hoki through here. Nō reira, koira. Ko tā tātou kaupapa kōrero I tēnei rā. E hoa, kei a koe.
This week for Tikanga 101, we will be looking at traditional games and pastimes of the Māori of yore.
Wow. Yore?
Of yore.
Where's that?
I don't know.
By York.
Arare.
Tō kakama hoki. So we're gonna have a conversation, our kōrero today, about, I guess, ngā mahi kuri.
Ai, ngā mahi kuri, kia ora.
Me ngā tākaro, which are some of the traditional games
kia ora.
That we played, well, Māori played, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Just probably having this kōrero is one that I'm reminded of is ngā mahi whai.
Kia ora.
So string games. And a lot of you, I don't know, you may have played string games growing up. I don't know, some of you might be able to crack a cup and saucer.
Yeah, started with a cup of tea.
Yeah, maybe a two of diamonds.
A two of diamonds, yeah.
Yeah, but not really knowing that actually ngā mahi whai. So ngā mahi whai is the kupu for Māori string games.
Kia ora.
And I don't even know they're games, string games, or string figures.
Aye.
And there are some games that you can play with them. So there's Cat's Cradle.
Cat's Cradle, yeah. What's the game for that?
Oh, I've got to show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you later, because there was one part there when I was at intermediate and into high school. Our kaiako at the time, he knew heaps.
Is he the one, there's a Wakahuia?
No.
Not him.
Oh,
there's one on YouTube anyway, and it talks to this kaumātua. Oh, I think he's
that's
from...
Te Pere, I think.
Oh, is it Te Pere?
Curtis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is.
He was renowned for ngā mahi whai. Now, this is Mr. 2, we called him Mr. 2, but ko tāna ingoa ko te morehu tūhua, and affectionately known as Piwai. And he taught us a few of these ngā mahi whai, and it wasn't until then that I realised that he mahi Māori tēnei. And they had heaps of cool names, like Tīremiremi was one, Te Kuripo Tuatini was another one.
Kia ora.
Te Manawa Tamatau Parore was another one. It's in this real cool-ass figure. I remember them, it looks like a beating heart.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And then I went to Hui and Piripi Cope.
Kia ora.
Was another one that taught me. He saw me with my string. And he taught me taught me 2 figures, actually. So this was a pastime of our people, and not only Māori, but right around the world. And I learned some ones from our First Nations brothers and sisters from Turtle Island. Yeah, so it's something that around the world that other cultures practice, not just i roto i te ao Māori. And then I went on to learn that, or you could tell stories with them. There's stories attached to each figure that you can tell. And they're also used for navigation, for teaching navigation.
True.
So while there was the kore aspect to it, or the entertainment, playing with string, keeping you occupied, because, you know, look at our I don't know, or kei te pai o tamariki tēnei wā kare anō kia kaumātua rawa, but man, my nephew, he loves the Fortnite. I've got another nephew mentioning no names. His mother didn't know that he had the credit card details, and $800 later. But I'll tell you what, if you give them a bit of string, they're not going to clock up $800.
You're going to lose some shoelaces, that's all.
Yeah. That's something, I think those are some things we can bring back. And, we've got our board games and things like that you can purchase, but there's lots of games that we can play. So, whai was one.
Whai. And just like you'll probably see throughout all the other games, that it has kōrero embedded in them. Through everything they did, there was kōrero, navigation, kōrero tuku iho, storytelling.
Yeah. Well, the Tīremiremi one, another name for that is Moti. Moti, M-O-U-T-I. And there's a haka with that one. Moti. So as you're doing the string figure, you're moving your thumbs.
Do you remember the story to it?
You can't see my thumbs at Tewi, but I've got my both thumbs up. In the thumbs up.
He's bringing a plane in.
Bringing the plane in.
He's bringing in
the
my
both thumbs up, and they're both sort of wiggling together, and they're about 30 centimetres apart.
Like he's playing...
Yeah. And when you do the string figure, it moves.
Kia ora.
And you do the haka with it. Moti, mohaere, moti, mohaere.
He tutu kai tēnā?
Aua. How te tutu kai?
It's a haka, but it was used as a game to conceal something.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying this haka, it's like tu wini tu wana. Geez, I'll look it up.
Well, even that repetition was another game. That our tupuna would play. You got to repeat what the person says before you. I know there's a name for it, ko ware iau. Yeah, nō reira he nui ngā Kēmu pēra, even holding your breath.
Kia ora, yep.
Was a game that they used to play. Hoia, not hoki mai ki te whai.
Ki te whai.
Koina te whai.
Kia ora.
Me taku mōhio ko te ingoaroa, ko te whai waiwai a Māui.
Kia ora.
So te whai waiwai a Māui is the long name. And I think, it goes along with Māui being a bit of a trickster. And he kakama.
He kakama.
He was good with his hands, and, he was clever and all those sorts of things. So, koina te kupu mo te whai waiwai a Māui. Another thing I'm reminded of is when I was lucky over 10 years ago now to do some kaumātua interviews. I roto i tō mātou rahi, I roto i a raukawa. And I interviewed a number of kaumātua, nearly 20 I think, might have been 20 kaumātua, and over a few hundred hours of interviews I got with these kaumātua, and a lot of it was just sitting, talking with them, getting their life story, getting them to talk about their life, I should say, and what they'd done when they were young, whether it was hunting or te hara. And tētahi o ngā mahi kori a ngā kaumātua e ōrite nei wainga nui etai ko te tāpōtaka.
Tāpōtaka, kia ora.
Yeah, which was spinning tops.
Spinning tops, yeah.
I think that's something that would be cool to revive.
Those are cool to revive, yeah.
Is the spinning tops, and they'd have the whip.
Aye.
And we've
So
got
the Beyblades or
these were the Beyblades.
The Beyblades
Shane,
on
because
there.
there's no more Beyblades. Eh?
Yeah.
There was a bit of a craze a few years ago.
Crazy, yeah.
The Beyblades,
But the Bays were doing it way before Beyblades.
that's pretty much what Beyblades are. They're just spinning tops.
The
They're just
spinning
pumped
tops.
out spinning tops.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they talk about these spinning tops, and they'd have competitions. They'd whip them, so they'd have a wepu.
Aye.
And I think he kupu Māori ake mo te
Aye, mo te wepu.
Yeah,
Aye.
mo te wepu. So it's,
Oh.
the whip's pretty much a stick e te iwi with a bit of string
Yeah.
tied to it to the end.
Or some, a
And you-
plaited muka with it frayed at a bit at the end, eh?
You'd wind your pōtaka up, and then you'd use your rākau to whip it off onto the ground, and then you'd use the whip to keep it spinning. And then you could make it jump.
Yeah.
And I had a few kaumātua saying, nei, ko ngā toa, I tae e rātou nā mera ka te whakapeke.
Aye.
And they make them jump over a house.
Over, yeah.
Yeah. So
Make
that was,
them go up steps,
Yeah.
on toka and all that.
yeah, we got a waiata again for tā pōtaka, I just remembered. And we used it in one of our brackets one year for Mōtai.
Yeah.
And yeah, it goes, ko tā e nui te waka, ko hoturo te tangata e, haere nei tana wepu ki runga. And as you're singing that, and it's called he waiata tā pōtaka.
Aye.
So it's a waiata specific to pōtaka.
To
using
pōtaka, yeah.
pōtaka. And as you're whipping your pōtaka, you're singing this waiata.
Kia ora.
And you're talking about, what was the term you used? He ti something kai?
Tutu kai.
He tutu kai.
Tutu kai, yeah.
There were instances where waiata like that were used as nursery rhymes.
Aye.
Or not nursery rhymes, but
Like
things.
ditties for little things, yeah.
Yeah, like we had those at school.
Yeah.
Or what are some of those we used at kura iro toi te reo Pākehā, but they had a hidden meaning to them.
Aye, yeah.
Sort of like the Ringa Ringa Rosie,
Yeah,
Paka
there
Whala
was-
Posey, which was about the
The
Black Plague,
Black Plague, yeah.
Well, same thing i etahi o ngā waiata.
Aye.
E pāna ki ngā mahi kori that there were hidden meanings in them.
Aye.
So yeah, that's one of the memories I have. I've never seen it. I'm
Yeah.
just talking these. I haven't practiced te tā pōtaka. I think it'll be a cool thing to
Yeah.
revive.
I watched it a while ago, but while you're saying that, there was Tātai Henare wrote he pōtaka. He wrote it was a pātere for one of the rōpū, and he used the pōtaka as the symbology.
Yeah.
And he says that a game that old warriors used to come back and say if one of their men had fallen in battle, that they would make a pōtaka in his name, in his or her name, and wrap that cord around. And while they're wrapping the cord around this pōtaka, they would recite his name and some of the big names that fell by his hand.
Yeah. And his deeds.
And his
Some of
deeds, yeah. And then they'll fling it open. One of his words he uses is hika te taurata, hika te taurata, te taura me te manawa kia tū. So he's like, that's his word for whacking it to keep it spinning.
Yeah.
And what they'd do is it would go in front of one of the warriors. They would, retell the story of the time that this warrior beat another warrior of a big name.
Yeah.
It goes, ka rere taku toa, I hinga te wā, I hinga atu, ingari, I karo atu nei, te patu o te, o da. So imagine seeing that,
Well, you see, and then that would have been taught to the kids.
Aye, and that's,
The kids would have just learnt it.
They would have learnt it,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
something that, and then
Yeah.
it would have been carried on
Yeah.
about that particular person.
And of course, in all civilizations, or you sing songs or you tell stories of valor about your fallen war heroes, and of course, it would have been something like that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, pōtaka.
Yeah, it'd be cool
Pōtaka
to revive, the pōtaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even in the making, they used was a type of wood and grinding it against a stone to get the equal, for its aerodynamics.
Yeah.
It was quite the what do you call it? Quite the workmanship, quite the craftsmanship. Hea te kupu?
Yeah, and there's lots of places that have got pōtaka in the name.
Tika.
And commemorated as places that were where the pōtaka was used.
Aye.
You've got Rua Pōtaka.
Aye,
which is,
tika.
I think that's the crater of Maungarei.
Maungarei, yeah.
Mount
tika.
Wellington.
Yeah.
Was Rua Pōtaka.
Rua pōtaka.
Might have something to do with the pōtaka. And there's other places where the pōtaka has significance.
Aye.
Yeah, so ko te pōtaka tētai.
Kia ora.
And then, to some of our hand games.
Aye.
So you got Hei Tama Tūtama.
How does that game go? I've never known how that works.
It's like Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have your set hand actions.
Yeah.
You know, and the name of the game is to catch someone in the same hand action and then say,
So
Hei
is
Tama
that-
Tūtama,
so
Hei Tama
what-
Tūtama. Yeah, so if we're both like this, sorry
Yeah.
te iwi. So we're doing these hand actions. And it's
We're
only this
voguing.
Hei Tama Tūtama and that one.
Yeah.
That one, and that one.
Yeah.
And then once you catch your mate, or we catch each other, Hei
Yep.
Tama Tūtama, Hei Tama Tūtama, Tūtamara is when
is
you
your
caught
snap.
them. Yeah,
Tūtamara.
caught them on
Oh,
their
yeah.
thing.
Oh, I see. So like you try
Yeah.
and get a pattern
Yeah,
and catch them in their pattern and then go bang.
yeah.
Oh, che.
So that's Hei Tama Tūtama. Again, and that was used as, it was a game, he mahi kori,
Aye.
but it was good for hand-eye coordination, left, right brain.
Yep.
And they used it in the whare tūtaua,
Kia ora.
like a lot of the games to train.
To train.
Yeah, and as a game, and some of the best learnings when you don't know you're learning,
Yep.
and then when you're doing things that are fun.
Noa.
Yeah,
Natural occurring.
koina hoki. So Hei Tama Tūtama, Hipi Toi Toi was another one.
Hippie toi toi, kia ora.
Yeah, but that's sort of same principle, but it was your thumbs.
With your thumbs, aye.
Yeah, Hipi Toi Toi, Hei Tama
pre-
Tūtama.
What's that thumb war?
I am the pinnacle
Are you
champion.
the pinnacle? There it is at te iwi.
Kare moa na me kupu Māori mo te pinnacle.
Pinnacle, aye.
Engari, I am the pinnacle
Koe
champion.
te-
Yeah.
Did you have to do the...
I don't know if any of my old schoolmates are listening, but I bet you, if you are listening to me, you'll be having memories of our pinnacle games, and nobody ever beat me at pinnacle.
Che, there you go, te iwi.
I had the strategy. No reira, so Hipi Toi Toi.
Happy toi toi, ka pai.
Koe nei tahi o nā Kēmu.
And I'm sure some of these have been tōrei at Kura Kaupapa.
Yep.
Because I see some kids coming back and they're playing these games. I'm like, oh man, show me how to play these games.
Yeah.
Especially when Whai came back.
Yeah.
Tatiana says, it took me back how to do certain things. And I remember my nan, she could do she had Māori names, but she called them other things like the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
And there would be big pieces of string,
Yeah.
big pieces of tauro or whatever,
Yeah.
and they'd end up into these little
Yeah.
small compact where she had to take her hands out, reposition them, pull them out. So she'd have the haunted house,
Yeah.
the Harbour Bridge. I think she had one called Matariki.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah.
And then you
So
had
the kids.
Yeah, and then you had some games like sort of like board games. You had Mū Tōrere.
Mū tōrere, kia ora.
It was two-player game.
Yep.
Sort of like, I don't know, it's a cross between
Chinese checkers.
Chinese checkers, boggle.
Bong, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
you
you're
had to move
moving
in a certain way.
counters.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving counters.
That was strategy. There's a game for strategy.
Yeah.
And trying to move your opponent, or some like to call them their taua,
Yeah.
their taua, into a position where they couldn't move into a buffalo stance.
You have like 8-pointed sort of a
8-point,
star-looking board. And there's one in the middle that's free.
Free, yeah.
And it's move for move, and the strategy or ko te whainga, the goal is to get all of your plays to the other side.
Yeah, because you have
Block your opponent.
Yeah, and you have to be next to each other in position in order for that one to move.
Yeah.
You have to be next to yourself. So
Yeah.
if the opponent is in between you and one of your other men, they're blocked. They can't move. So
Yeah.
you're trying to move in that way. So in the circle, out the circle. There's actually an online game. Someone found Mū. How no te
Mū Tōrere.
Mū tōrere. There was an online gaming company that found that game and they recreated it online. So if you can find it,
I
if
had
knew
to
the link.
punch the IP of it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Tiwi. You can jump online and have a look for Mū Tōrere. That's a game you can play.
Mū tōrere ABG games.
Ana.
There you go.
A koa nei pia he taupanga.
Aye.
There might even be a Mū Tōrere app, who knows. Kupu hou, if you don't know what that moho ki tēnā kupu, taupanga
How to taupanga.
app.
Application. There you go.
Taupanga's the quick one, and there's also pūmanawa tautono.
Pūmanawa tautono.
Yeah, no,
aye.
taupanga's good for me.
Aye. Taupangs to someone who's that. Not the toops, karongo koe i te. But Mū tōrere abggames.com.
Yeah.
So that's where you can have a tutu with that e te hui. Was Knucklebones pre-European?
I think Knucklebones is in a ko wareware au I could be wrong, but I think that's something that, we played before Pākehā came.
Endemic to New Zealand, to Māori?
I don't know if it's endemic.
He could be endemic.
Yeah, that's only unique to.
Only unique to,
but
yeah.
I think it's like whai. I think it's something that is around the world.
Aye.
So I don't think we done horse in the stables and all those moves, but we had a game like Knucklebones.
Kia ora. I always thought it was. I used to think, Knucklebones, because we used to play with the Knucklebones of our, of the dead or something.
Ko tētahi atu, and then you had etai atu Kēmu I roto I te whare tūtaua.
Aye.
Teka. So train darts.
Oh, yes,
just training for spear throwing. Mamaua.
Aye.
So wrestling. E me ngā mahi parawhakawai.
Parawhakawai, aye.
Yeah, which were activities, I guess, fitness activities.
So are those
working
drills
on the
when
legs.
you're doing those pekes?
Yeah, working on the legs.
Aye.
Yeah, legs and rākau work.
Aye, parawhakawai.
Yeah.
What was mamaua? Like a wrestling type?
Yeah, wrestling, grappling.
Aye.
Yeah.
So we had our own Angaru Grants, the Mamo champions.
Yeah.
So earlier in, I think it was back in the first 20 episodes, we did a Once Upon a Time about the origins of Kiorahi.
Yeah.
That seems to be going off. They've just had the Kura Kaupapa Nationals.
Yeah.
And I also believe that France are still the world title holders. I don't know if that's if that's changed yet, but apparently it was taken over there. It was introduced over there while our Hoya were over there during the World War.
Yeah.
And France got pretty good at it.
Aye.
So if you're in Te Kiorahi, perhaps mao noa whakatika e whakatau rānei when they kōrero aku.
Yeah. Well, I think when we done the story on, because it was one of our One Upon a Time,
Aye.
The Kiorahi, and it was pretty new to me, that kōrero.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it was a traditional game or if it's something that,
was developed in that time.
Or developed over the past few years. Or hoi anō, e kine e Kēmu taketake.
Aye.
I think like Mū Tōrere, because Mū Tōrere was in a game that was played throughout te ao Māori, like things like fire and that were widespread heitama tūtama variations of were through te ao Māori. But Mū Tōrere e ai ki te kōrero was something played most predominantly in te tai rāwhiti.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Kiorahi could have been something like that.
Yeah.
As well.
Somewhere else. True that. Funny, I read an account and it had a person observing these old kaumātua in a billiards room and they were playing heitama tūtama.
Oh, yeah?
And betting.
Oh, I bet they were.
Yeah. So imagine that now going hard out. So imagine people playing games like that.
Yeah.
Not for the sake of betting. Please bet responsibly.
Yes. I think ko tētai atu o nā mahi kori, pastime game, whatever you call it, was manu aute.
Kia ora.
So kite flying.
Yes.
Was one. And then there were different types of kites.
Aye.
So te manu, you had manu tukutuku,
Aye.
which were made out of toi.
And they were just the triangle figure ones, eh?
Yeah, and then you had, I think there was a taratahi.
Aye.
The triangle one was a taratahi, and then you had manu tukutuku, which are quite
elaborate.
Were they
the long span one?
Yeah, the big wings and the face.
Aye.
And you had aute, manu aute.
Aye.
And they were made out of aute.
Aye.
And I think we've talked about aute.
Yeah.
And aute te iwi was tapa. Or the cloth made from the mulberry tree.
Mulberry, yeah.
And they were good for flying on very light winds. And then you had a manu haka.
Kia ora.
Why I know about these different types of kites, Māori kites, is because I've done some research on them when I composed an item. I used a kite for an item one year. And the manu haka was used in war.
Kia ora.
And another thing too, they would put the kite up there, and the tohunga at times would fly his kite, and it would be the conduit, I guess.
His drone eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. And he would send his karakia up the line of the manu tukutuku, and it would go up, and he'd be able to enact what he wanted through the manu tukutuku over a distance.
Aye.
Yeah, so he'd use the manu tukutuku. And the manu haka had spikes and things on it.
Wow.
And they could use the manu haka as probably like a missile or something.
Yeah.
Get it up there, and then it'll be just a one sort of a shot thing. I don't know how it worked, but you could maneuver it in a way that it would dive down in the wind and, you know, dispatch.
It's pretty.
I'm thinking of these like cool blades on it,
cool
and it's
blade,
like coming down, but it probably had these sharp sticks on it or something.
Yeah.
But koina te mane hakahaka, and that was a kite used in war. Was te mane hakahaka. And we've got a few stories I roto I te ao Māori about the kite, the use of the kite. We've got tamapahore. Te manurewa tamapahore.
Ai, kia ora.
Up in Tāmaki Makaurau, Auckland, more manurewa. And manurewa is after his kite.
Aye. So there you have it, people.
Yeah.
Koutou e noho ana ki te tongo Tāmaki.
And that's probably, some of you may be listening and know the story quite well. But and this tamapahore is not to be confused with the tamapahore of Tauranga Moana.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask that.
Yeah, two different tuvana to my knowledge and what I've been told. And then there's the story of Tarakiuta and Tarakitai.
Oh, wow.
Who were twins. And they're... Oh, I might have to check up on this, and this might be a good one for one upon a time. They were spinning their pōtaka, and it was their whanaunga tū purupuru. Or was it rangi tuehu, who wanted to...
Oh, from Ngāti Porou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who, all the honours were going towards Tarakiuta, Tarakitai, instead of tū purupuru. And his saying was, kia kotahi ana ke te whetū o te rangi. There should only be one star in the sky.
Tū purupuru te whetū.
Yeah. One day these two twins were spinning their pōtaka, and they spun it, and I think he may have used makutu or something to get them to spin their pōtaka down to his way, or he enticed them to.
They were led away, eh?
Yeah. And he murdered them. And then later, the whānau thought something was up.
Aye.
And they employed the services of a tohunga who used a kite.
Kia ora.
And he used the kite to find the two pāpaku of Tarakiuta and Tarakitai. So koina no te tehi kōrero.
Wow. Do you have it?
Yeah. So koina e tehi kōrero mo te manu tukutuku. He nui ngā kōrero.
Aye. You also have the tūhoro nuku kite that was used to...
Yeah, how te tikanga o tērā?
Tūhoro nuku?
Yeah.
So was Rahiri and his sons, Uenuku Kuare and Kaharo.
Yeah.
So long story short, Uenuku comes home, and then Uenuku and his brother Kaharo, they sort of have a feud. And then Rahiri says, okay, this is what will happen, we'll fly this kite, hei wāwahi i te whenua, so that they both get, so it was a land claim. And one of the stories is that they said make a rope that would go around the whole of Whiria, which was their pa, their homeland.
Te paiako te riri.
Te paiako te riri, whakataiapatia te pā ki te taura. So you have this long rope and this big kite, and I don't know what type of kite it is. It'd be actually quite interesting to find out if anyone knows what type of kite it was. But the name of that kite was Tūhoro Nuku, and it was flowing up, and it flew up a bit, and then it dropped in a place called Whirinaki, which is known today because it was leaning on a tree. Whirinaki means to lean. And of course, if you know where Whiria is in relation to Whirinaki, it's not that much. So one of the brothers said, no, fly it again, something like that. And so then it landed in its final place, which I can't remember. And that's what Tūhoro Nuku was for. So it was to settle a land claim, or settle, doing the divvies out of the land for Rahiri, the eponymous ancestor Ngāpui, for his two sons.
Right.
So there was Tūhoro Nuku.
For Uenuku Kuare and Kaharau.
And Kaharau, yeah.
Yeah. E Kaharau ko Uenuku I Kuare, eh?
Ai.
That's how he got
Uenuku. I te korenga o tōna pāpa
Yeah. E whakaako I aia.
Whakaako I aia.
Riro ke ana ngā whakaakoranga I Kaharau.
Ai.
Yeah. Kia ora.
Yeah.
And just to correct, I don't know if I said that, it's Rākai Hikuroa tū purupuru.
True.
And he was the uncle of Tarakiuta and Tarakitai. Yeah, and I think, and e ngā whanaunga o te taira awhiti, e ngā huanga, kaua e pāpō uri mai, we just touched on that kōrero. We'll do justice to that kōrero at another time.
Aye.
But again, back to the taira awhiti, well, a connection to Uenuku, and again, the kite.
Aye.
And it was Ruatapu.
Kia ora.
And he was flying his kite, and it landed on Uenuku's roof. And Ruatapu's brother was Paikea, and he climbed up on his father's whare, and this is again documented in Mō Tēte. Taua reno, kei te apai o te whare matatū tonua ke kamaranga kei runga, rua tapu rā e kei te manu tuku kei runga te tua nui o whare kura e. So it went on the whare kura, and he climbed up to get it, and Uenuku was inside, and he said, ko ai te rā, and he said, ko au ko tō tamaiti. And he said, oh, you're a tiro moko, pai ngā hau.
Oh, what does that mean?
Bastard.
Yeah, nice.
The War of the Bastards. Well, actually, it was the war of one bastard, really. So, and he got it, and that is how Ruatapu didn't realise that he was of a lesser wife.
Aye.
And that's when he got jealous.
Aye.
And very vengeful, and he was vexed actually by what his father said to him, which led to Te Huri Pūreiata, which was the overturning of the waka,
aye.
to Te Pewarangi, and him and his, I think, man, Uenuku was busy because he had 70-something sons.
Aye.
Or something. That's the kōrero that were on the canoe. And Ruatapu arranged so the canoe would overturn, and he ended up murdering his brothers.
One was Kahutia Tarangi?
One was Kahutia Tarangi, who became Paikia.
Aye. Oh, of course.
But according to tradition in Te Tairāwhiti, because some say that, they were two different people.
Kia ora.
Ahoy no. So again, it goes to show that when you've got there's three kōrero there, taraki uta taraki tai, and ne rua te pōtaka.
Aye.
And then te manu tuku the tohunga used to find their tūpāpaku, or their dead bodies. And then Uenuku Kuware and Kaharau,
Aye.
the sons of Rāhiri, and the use of the manu tuku to divide the land. And then the story about Uenuku and his sons, Ruatapu and Paikia, and the rest. And it shows that how much mana, I guess, that mahi had.
That mahi had,
Māori nā wāmua, te manu tuku kite flying.
Because according to some, it was by class in which you could even handle the rope of a, or let alone even have a...
Yeah, they were revered.
Aye.
And I tell you, e ahua ko te tiana. He pai tēnei kaupapa.
Kia ora, aye.
It's a year ago, last week, that we were in Aititaki on holiday.
Aye.
You know, we were talking about fortnight, or I was. We went over to Aititaki for holiday last year. And, man, I tell you what, every kid on Aititaki was out flying a kite.
Gee.
It was awesome to see. You know, we went up, and everywhere we went on this particular day, it was quite a, not too windy, but it was a prime kite flying day. And it reminded me of me and my papa, taku papa. My dad, I remember the first time we went, it was a bit of a fail the first few times, but we got the kite up.
Keep running, boy.
Yeah. But it was just awesome to see all these tamariki. They were outside playing e koriana.
Aye.
You know, me a rātau manu. A rātau manu rewa, a rātau manu aute.
Aye.
I think ka nui tēnā mo te manu tukutuku.
Aye.
Te aute, manu aute.
So you can see it, Te Iwi, why it has quite a position, or has such the place in gaming, or Māori pastimes. I don't know if you could call it gaming. I don't think you would have ever heard tupuna going, take that blimmin' manu aute down, you're going to get square eyes. You know, play my TV, I'm playing with that manu aute.
Yeah.
What about Titi Toria?
Yeah, well, same, you know, Titi Toria, which is the two sticks.
The two sticks here, yeah.
Again, named after, you know, the two birds, the titi and the toria.
Tika.
Yeah, and the movement of those birds, the titi toria, is the swapping of those sticks, two sticks. And I know you may have seen it at Te Iwi, e papa wai ari taku nei Māori, taku nei Māori, he tuku roi mata. He owe, and you time in with the song.
Yeah.
And so if you go watch a concert in Rotorua,
aye,
you'll see, because man, they've just amped it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
like,
good.
Oh, te tere hoki.
Oh,
neha. Yeah, they're going handy.
I haven't seen one of those in ages. I thought ngā tumanako did on Matatini both days.
Yeah, so
Prelims and finals.
titi tōrea, so you've got your double short sticks.
Aye. And so what are we working on there?
Hand-eye coordination.
Hand-eye coordination, dexterity.
Yeah, left-right brain.
Aye.
What you call it? Using
Peripheral.
your peripheral vision.
Aye.
Yeah, so all of that.
Wow.
Te titi tōrea. And then the longer one is the tirākau.
Oh, yes, of course.
And that's probably more for dexterity, is that to
especially
make your,
that turning wristy
supple,
movement,
to make your wrist supple.
Yeah.
Some of those moves are the moves you use in Maurākau.
Aye.
Yeah, so you had both of those. And again, see things that have came out of the whare tūtaua.
Whare tūtaua.
Along with poi.
Kia ora.
Which our the wāhine have taken over and yeah, ka pai too, because ka pirangi mahi poi.
Might get disqualified.
Yeah, the poi, which is pretty much a ball on the end of string, traditionally made of raupo,
Kia ora.
harakeke, now plastic and cord.
And some of your mattress.
And some mattress, on old
Some
mattress.
foam.
Oh, we've had a few corners of our mattresses cut off over the years when we had to make some emergency poi. But yeah, so poi classically, traditionally, were used in the whare tūtaua.
Kia ora.
Again, for dexterity and flexibility of the wrists. Yeah, and but it's very just have a movement like this
Yeah.
for the wrists. Now you've got all these intricate moves and things, and it's just, different waiata and things. But again, the poi was born out of te whare tūtaua.
And so not gender specific.
Not gender specific, and that has been
Were any games gender specific?
the e tahi peo au Kēmu.
E tai
Ko te
pai ake
Ai.
ngā ira e rua.
Ai, ko te pirangi pia kia prei me tētahi atu. Engari, taku mohe o kāo. And then you had, I don't know of any of the games that were gender specific. And then you had some of them like Māori, te Māori,
Oh, yeah.
te tārere,
Aye.
which was our sort of like, I guess, our playground, something we'd have in the playground,
Yeah.
which was a big,
There's a Pākehā word for it.
I don't want to call it a maypole. It's not really a maypole.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, because a maypole you go round and round, but the Māori you would actually use to do giant strides on.
Aye.
Around it would hang off sometimes off a bank.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and it was like a big swing. And it could be, I've seen photos and it looks like the Māori is, over, it could be 10 metres long.
Yeah, it's got a big bend on it.
Yeah, big bend and, a few bits of rope attached to it. And they would use the Māori like a big swing.
You reckon they constructed them or found a tree like that?
Now they would have found a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, stripped the branches down of quite a supple tree.
Yeah.
And then used that as a Māori.
Māori, yeah.
Māori, tārere.
Tārere, aye.
Yeah.
Painga Māori. But you'd look at them, you're going, oh, those are dangerous now.
Oh, yeah, no, it's all osh now.
Yeah, it's all osh.
Yeah,
I remember us playing things like that. Or what are they, maple?
Yeah, maypole. Yeah.
And getting purple hands from because your wrist is stuck in the in the rope and you're swinging around.
Well, I remember, nā papatākaro Pākehā. And a lot of papatākaro had the witch's head on them.
Witch's head, yeah.
You won't see those these days. Oh, man,
even
can't
the
half
hide.
your legs getting, you get banged between the pole and the thing when you get it going like that.
Yeah.
And what was that? I don't know, that spinning one like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Ko te Māori.
Te Māori.
Te Māori, te tārere. And then the different, I don't want to go too much into waka, but if you go to the regatta,
Yeah. Wakatete.
wakatete, and te waka, the jumping waka.
Aye.
You use it to go over the hurdles.
Go over the hurdles, yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have, it's a two-man waka, sometimes two, sometimes one.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, so you got
Yeah.
to sit at the K.
Yeah.
Sit at the back, get the ihu over.
Yeah, the bow.
The bow, and get up and then
And then you
seesaw
run
it
up
down.
the top of the waka, and seesaw the waka down the other side of the hurdle into the thing, yeah.
Che.
Koe nā no tētahi o nā waka. And that's, again, so koe nā tahi o nā Kēmu.
And of course, racing, you can't, there's racing everywhere
Yeah.
in all sports. But what about, so, Paora te Hurihanga Nui, they go and compete, him and a few of his whanaunga, they go and compete at these games in Tahiti.
Yeah. We'll have to get you on the show one day,
Paora, yeah.
me whakarongo ana koe.
Aye.
Yeah, the Indigenous Games they called, I think. they have them in Tahiti and Etama, they got to move these big rocks. And,
lift these
oh,
rocks.
te hara. And I think the mission is just getting the rock up in the first place. There's nothing you can hold on to. There's a way you've got to pick the rock up and then hold on to it.
Hold it up, then get it over to your shoulder.
Yeah.
But spear throwing, we had a spear. There's a photo of a strapping young Peter Buck or Carol, and he's holding a spear.
Yeah.
So you would have a handle.
Yep.
The handle, a piece of, say, muka or whatever, and it was tied to a spear, then it would use to fling it,
Yep.
Hea te ingo mō taua mahira?
Oh, e tama. Oe, kareo I te mōhio.
Ai.
Yeah.
Mena rānei mōhio ana koutou, koe rānei?
Ai, kareo e moho ana hea te kupu ki tēnā. Ki tēnā mahi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we made one of those. One of my mates, he help us make one of those. Threw them around, spears.
And you have to whakatauki. And again, you know, it started off as a game, but really it was training for war.
It was training, yeah. There
So
was a layer of it.
maybe me kai au kupu, ka reo moho me I whakaharatau ngā wāhine, I era atu, era o ngā mahi, spear throwing and things like that. Yeah. Hoi anō. Ka nui pē tēnā.
Ai, ka nui pē tēnā.
And there may be some out there that you've heard from your kaumātua or read about.
Yeah.
That you want to share, maybe not for us to do another episode on, but just to share on our page.
Yeah, share them because...
And have a kōrero about.
Well, I know of one game, it's a bit gory. They had, it's in the Musket Wars book, where they'd pile up the heads of their fallen enemies and then to a pyramid.
Yeah.
And the rangatira of that one that they had slain was, his head was put on the top and they'd throw stones in it.
Yeah.
And that was a game. He ingo hoki mo taua maira.
Goodness me, sounds like something of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'll say. Winter is here.
Well, no, we don't want you playing those games at te iwi.
Don't be playing those games, you'll surely get square eyes from that.
Ai. Koe nā ka nui e nā kōrero ki rā o nā mahi kori a ngā mātua tūpuna. Yeah, I think it was good that we touched on, well, just naturally, the kōrero tukuiho came out about those rangatira.
Ai.
Me tako mōhio kei reira anō e tehi kōrero, I roto I nā mahi, e pāna ki nā mahi kori. Nō reira koira tērā, and hea tātātou waiata mo te wiki, even though we sang e papa waiari.
Ai.
You know.
We wanted to sing it again, but
Oe no.
tā tātou waiata ko te hoko whitu atu.
Hoko whitu atu. Anei tā tātou waiata. E te iwi te hoko whitu atu, whakarongo mai.
I think that was fitting having that waiata.
Wai?
Wai hangai pu ana ki tēnei rā, tēnei wiki maumahara ana ki a rātou I hinga.
Tika.
I ngā pakanga, me a rātou hoki nei hoki ora mai Nei whakaaro nui ana ki a rātou i tēnei wiki a, i tēnei wā tonu.
So as you know, we do pre-record most of Taringa, and this week we are coming up to Anzac. Ana ko tērā waiata te hokowhitu atu, composed by the late Tuini Ngāwai of te whānau rua taupare, te whānau tāwarirangi tai rāwhiti. And the kupu of that song were put to the rangi of one of the songs of the big band, Glenn Miller Band.
Glenn Miller Band. Tō koe oki.
I've forgotten the name of the title of the song. Yeah, so that's the song. And she was a bit of a trendsetter.
Aye.
Well, pretty much all the composers of that era were trendsetters in that they moved waiata Māori into a new space.
Aye.
Waiata Taringa, and I've had the special reo that comes into our ears every now and again, In the Mood. That is the tune of the waiata. And so they experimented, I guess, with taking the tunes, popular tunes of the time, and putting kupu Māori to them, not translating the song. But that song is a song which, encourages te hokowhitu atu. And te hokowhitu is an old word, which is 70 twice-fold.
Twice-fold, yeah.
Yeah, 70s.
It was to the power of,
Two, hokowhitu.
Te hokowhitu is 20 to the power, 10 to the power.
Yeah. 10 to the power, or 20 to the power.
Yeah, that was a cohort of...
140 anyway.
140 anyway, there you go.
Hokowhitu, so if 70 plus 70. But it became a name for the Māori battalion, te hokowhitu atu. And, words of encouragement to te hokowhitu atu, and to ngārimu, mua te moana nui a kiwa ngārimu, who received the only Māori to receive the Victoria Cross. Although our whanaunga Te Arawa, and I support the whakaaro, believe that Hāne Mānahi should have been awarded the Victoria Cross too for his...
Bea Willie, apiata.
I think at the time,
yes,
Māori, this is World War II I'm talking about. Yeah. Hoi anō, he kōrero anō tērā, he kaupapa anō tērā ma māo o tira ma tātou. Hei koina te waiata, te hokowhitu atu. Any closing kōrero e hoa?
If you can play those games, I'm going to try and play those games. I've got a few whai set up at home. So.
Yeah. You might next time bring your string in. Bring a ball of string in and I'll teach you something.
Yeah. Pai.
Yeah. Ka pai tātou e hoa mā, oi anō, koe nei a Taringa i tēnei ki wiki, e rere tonu nei nā mihi a māua ko te Puaheiri kia kūta katoa, ngai Taringa o Aotearoa whānui te ika Māui, te Waipōnamu, whakawhiti te moana nui a kiwa, te moana tā pokopoko, te moana te tai o Pautini, te tai o Rehua, all of those tai, kia kūta katoa i whai Taringa mai kia māua i tēnei ki rā, hei ko nā mai rā.
Whakarongo ki te tangi a te kori mako, kōrero flowing out the hooker force, kaupapa relevant, kaupapa out of bounds, kaupapa exigent, kaupapa paramount. Nā ko nā whakapiri mai ki te kaupapa tino whakahira whakarongo pi kari mai, hare mai, o Taringa hare mai. We gotta gather up close everybody, gather up close everybody. Kani move that body, kani move that body.
Taringa, he mea tuku nā te wānanga o Aotearoa, nā te māngai pāho I tautoko. To listen to more episodes, search for us on your podcast app and subscribe. Taringa, whakarongo mai.